Disclaimer, Fair Use Act, education purpose use only. All rights and image and music clip belong to their prospective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Hey gang, man, I got some things that I wanna share the world with because y'all know we dealing with some real powerful people when they come to this type of stuff, right? But it just something won't let me let this Kenneka Jenkins case go, bro, because it's still stuff out there that need to be revealed. Now look, honestly, gang, now this ain't the first time I damn near mentioned this, and it won't be the last time. Now I understand September the 9th. A lot of people believe she died on the night. A lot of people believe she died on the 6th. So we stuck from the 6th to the 9th. But what if it happened months before that? If you know what I'm saying, if I want y'all to look at my mindset when I just start studying, you know what I'm saying? When I mean stuttering, I mean I'm focused, I'm locked in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't watching, you know what I'm saying, no TikTok, no YouTube. I'm actually digging, reading. You know, it's for the little stuff that we already have. Cause Rosemont now took the whole investigation down. You see what I'm saying? All right, this is where I want to get in. This is where I want to show the world this right here, right? Okay, now y'all remember, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kenneka was last seen on the 8th. You know what I'm saying? 11:30 by her family, right? And then a couple of hours later, she in the freezer. You know what I'm talking about? Then you got a September the 6th theory. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She could have been possibly murdered on the 6th, right? All right. What if it happened way before that? Okay. For a prime example, this is why I want to show y'all this right quick. Let me come back to this and let's go to this. Now, when I show y'all this, right? This what I'm starting to think, right? This just something that when you did some real research, it makes you ask those type of question, right? It makes you question it. Like, damn, if it's this way, I could understand the rest of the case. All right, for a prime example. All right, let's go to her Facebook page, right? That's her Facebook page. And I want to show y'all something very interesting, right? I want to show y'all something very interesting. This the last post. Now this on the 7th. This is where I'm finna go with this. I'm starting to believe. I don't know, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm starting to believe, but I'm starting kind of curious about this right here. What this look like, gang, if I did some research, right? And I was like, I want to know, did she die way before September 9th? Cause it looked like she could have died months before that. And this, what I mean by this, if you look behind this page, the first time I ever heard of Kenneka Martin, it was this page. When I clicked on the page, this the first thing I saw when Facebook said she was already deceased. So I was like, how? I'm still up at 3, 4 in the morning on her page on September the 9th, 3 in the morning. And it said this. And I was like, damn, she already dead? All right. That's what I meant, that Facebook verified the lady was already deceased. September the 9th. It ain't no telling how long this would have been her. So now look. So just say if the girl died months ago, do this look suspicious on her page? A minor setback. You know what I'm saying? A minor setback for a major comeback. Free baby boy. Till it's backwards. It's finna be a good year since my shorty been gone already. That place got my shorty with real live pound. I don't know what all that means. But just say she already dead. Who will be behind this page posting? Look at this. See this? All right. It go all the way back to September the 4th. She ain't got no posters on September the 5th or the 6th. But now you got a post at 3:53 p.m. on September the 7th. All right. When Kenneka birthday? May 27th. All right. Let's see how May, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to a page. Boom. That's September the 4th. That's September the 4th at 3 p.m. 3:33. Niggas be grown as fuck still trying to prove a point they homies. Shit so irritating, G. All right. Now I went back to all the comments. And the crazy part about it, once you read the comments and go to the very beginning of the comments, you'll be like, wait a minute now. It's like somebody trying to make it look like this girl heard Texas and she's still alive. Now look, this is her page on August the 14th. Pretty neat. And keep this in mind, this picture is old. Keep this in mind, this picture is old, but it give you an impression that, hey, take my picture, girl. All right, boom, pretty neat. Now look, with the Jordan, look, you see the Jordan shoes? Keep that in mind. Watch this. Look at the time. Okay, Big Nika off that. What? You got Jazzy right. Look. Hey. Oh my God. I miss my friends. I miss outside. I miss getting drunk as a skunk. What do you mean you miss your friends? You ain't hanging around them? Do this look suspicious to y'all? All I just want to know, it's just something assume about this, right? Look, check this out, bro. That's Tammy Banks. That's Little Dirt people. Now look, once you find out the Little Dirt situation, you'll be like, okay, I get Little Dirt now. Cause you could look, there go Dirt people right there. I'ma just assume this about us. What? You would just be assumed. Look, don't choose until you see the whole crowd fuck around and pick the wrong one. That's in July. Watch this. Keep this in mind. This in June. Keep June mind in mind. When you find out you got the wrong one at the crowd, all right, this in June. Every time I quit a job, I get a better one that pays more. I just don't look. She ain't showing no pictures of her like everybody else, right? You know, female, you know what I'm saying, her age, you know they finna be posting on the camera, doing their little pretty girl stuff, you know what I'm saying, on the camera and stuff. None of that. None of that, right? All right, check this out. Bitches with their own money treat niggas like shit. This June 15th. Hold on. Make this motherfucker go public. I want to know why she said that. Because if you go to the Selena Gomez went up on a kidney surgery in June 2017. She revealed the new too public that she went into surgery. She public told everybody she got the kidney in September, but she had the surgery in June. Let's go back to this. What do this look like? What do this look like? Don't do relationship. Stay single. Boy, look at Miss Teresa. Boom, what? Look at this now. With the eyes on the end. Gotta keep that in mind. Boom, then look. She typing in the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. With this. All right. Check this out now. Ain't this kind of funny that you got another picture? Instead of you on your phone taking the picture, you just uploading pictures. Old pictures at that, right? Look at this. Let's go back to May. When the girl was born, May 27th. Now look at this. This is May 30th. Only person I'm gonna be shitting on is the person I used to be. What? There you gonna have the brown. Now you got the brown telling everybody, hey, make it public. Make what public? Watch this. Something wrong here. May 25th. Surround yourself with motherfuckers who on the same shit you on, or you will end up on the same shit as them. No happy birthday? This 27, no birthday poses, nobody on the wall, no nothing, no picture, nothing, not even the post saying it's my birthday. None of that. Dude, this looking straight, and this. So she skipped from May. Now look, you got this person telling everybody, make it public. And this a family. I remember she was making posters about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't just really know who Kenneka was. Hold on. Check this out. May 24th, me personally won't ever take no sides. If I see my friends into it with each other, I don't see that really some snake ass shit to me. Hold on. May 3rd. What the fuck? I don't have an appetite. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Now we in March. Hold on. Check this out. Man, y'all, Selena Gomez said she went up in surgery, right? So look, that's why they kept showing this video. Now, check this out. Now, before I started thinking this girl died months ago, you know what I'm saying? I was doing some research and I was like, let me go back and see what's going on her Facebook page. And I was like, well, why they would be showing this video and try to make it look like in the beginning, like, yeah, you know, this us, we finna get ready to go to the party type, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's what the impression they gave me at the time till you start looking at the video. I'm like, well, these old ass video. Why they were trying to make it look like the girl was still alive? And she actually dead. That didn't never make sense to me. But it would make a lot of sense to me if the girl was already dead. It would make sense to bring up old videos and upload them, acting if she would still would be alive. These just 15-minute videos, 4-minute videos, 3-minute videos. Now, if they make a little more sense, thumb me up and hit that share button and let's get to talk about that, because we might cook some stuff. Now look, just look at the post. We out, right? Check them out. Now just check them out, right? Now these is old videos that they just uploaded and make it look like that's what they doing at the time. It makes me want to ask somebody in Chicago, if somebody from Chicago that know the family, that know Kenneka and them, and don't got no positive, hit me up and I, cause I want to ask this question. When the last time anybody saw Kenneka, bro? Instead of the family, cause we know the family and these people got something going on. I'm talking to the outsider. Man, maybe he'd be like, man, I sure didn't see Kenneka for a while, but she stayed active on Facebook, but we ain't never saw her. You know what I'm saying? It could be that type of story, right? Now look, do this look suspect? This even looks suspect. It looked like to me that whenever they shot that video, bruh, they had to shoot this video for a reason. Like, look, boom, everybody know the playbook. So look how they all in the car. You see that? And then they were talking about, yeah, that's Kenneka's favorite song and all of this. We need to find out when this video was shot and it will give us an accurate timeline, right? But do they look suspicious to y'all? And look at her hair. Now you see her hair? Now, if you look at her hair, and if you look at her hairstyle, it just like the one was in the freezer. It was like how the way it was in the freezer. In that very same hairstyle. In the how her hair was in the freezer, cause her hair wasn't flat iron straight, right? But it looked just like this hairstyle right here, right? You see that? So look, let's skip it. You got Marco, right? Y'all in mode, cuzzo. Look how they going along with it. Just laughing. Look, this jump all the way to January. So look. So that means she had to die between March, July, or June. Hold on. Just to look at it the way the investigation, that's why you had to do a reenactment of everything. That's why you would see film producers company there, Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, actors, and all of this. That explain everything. You see what I'm saying? That's why everybody would be at different hotels, because when they go live on their phone, you be like, damn, they at another hotel. They at another hotel. Now look, just check it out. Then the jump all the way to December. Now you got Zaria Wall. Look at this. Man, I can't believe this. Y'all remember that story when Zaria mama came out with like, yeah, Zaria know how to do her. And Miss Teresa talking about, yeah, I taught Zaria how to do her because she was doing her in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I remember everything what they said. Now look what this would look like in D. So that means it's a whole lot of posts that's missing when the girl was still alive, right? So now look, boom. So they delete a lot. So what Miss Teresa had to do when she had possession of the phone, she had to delete every post that she tweeted when she was alive, right? Cause she gonna be alive around about this time. But when you look at the post, then was you like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Update profile. You know what I'm saying? Boom, update profile. Look at all this shit skipping. She just all saved the profile picture. So she deleted all the posts and kept the profile pictures up. So look, didn't it look? Deleting bitches the whole 2016 AIDS. And man, that's why when Crenshaw brought up Miss Teresa, her phone records and all this, the dude named Big John. Yeah. Somebody had that. Now look, it's some shorty deep throat in her. 2 liters gone in 5 seconds. All right, now look, boom. They was live. Now look at her, got the eye ring in. Now look what she look like now. You see what I'm saying? Here go another, so look. All right. Bam. That's how she supposed to be doing. You see, if she all on her phone like that, why she want on her phone within those months? Check this out. The purpose why I'm saying this, what I'm saying, gang. If you a match for Selena Gomez, all because if you got Selena Gomez, it's related to the Gomez on her side of the family. And Lil Durk is in the industry. And he is related to these people. You see what I'm saying? So look, it would make sense, the Illuminati, all of this. It would make sense how the Illuminati would spread through these people, because it seemed like to me, they the Illuminati in the Chicago. And they murking everything in Chicago, bro. Look. You see this? Live. That's why they check this out. The reason why I believe they had to give Miss Teresa the jewelry back at that time, cause if you go in the surgery, you can't have piercings and all that on, no rings and none of that shit. So that's all she was doing, going live. With Shemaya. Right? Monique for Burley Durrell. You will see Shemaya with her. Cause keep this in mind, they had us thinking they was friends. But they could be actually cousins, bruh. You see what I'm saying? They could be actually cousins. I don't know on Shemaya part, but I do know Shemaya, every time when somebody died in Kenneka and them family, you know what I'm saying? They be like, damn, she's sharing, she that cool with the whole family. Like every time somebody dies, she'll post be like, rest in peace, cuz, and all this though. Cause she related to Little Meat. She related to Little Meat and Casualty. That's gonna go all the way back to New York. Now look. Instead of asking on what I'm on with you, baby, what's wrong with you? Ain't no shame in my game. I'm a player. I ain't no goofy. You know what I'm saying? I be chilling, man, in my own business, Joe. Y'all be tweaking, Joe. Good night. You know what I'm saying? Birdie changed my password. Now I'm stuck on Kenneka page till Lord knows when. Now they all got access to the phone and everything. Birdie is her cousin. Now look, to make a long story short, do this look suspect? Boom. Now that's how she will be taking her pictures. Bam. So why you don't see none of this then when it comes to leading up her death? It sounds like somebody already sold that girl to these people, right? And like Irene said, they've been planning this for months. So it would make sense for them to come back up there and reenact something that happened months ago. Cause maybe somebody got the answering. Hey, anybody seen Kenneka? Oh shit, we got the you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This just a theory that when I was doing the investigation, I have to ask that question. Cause once you go back to Selena Gomez, right? The lady said this. She went upon a surgery in June. So let's take June for example. What would be going on Kenneka page in June? So let's go to June, right? Look, here we go June. Starting it off with June the 6th, right? Boom, update. They go Kenneka. Then look, now you see the pattern. Same emojis, all of this. Don't that's how Miss Teresa respond right today on her pages? With all these emotions. She love to use her emotions, right? Check this out. Let's just see if this Miss Teresa behind this page. I don't do relationships. Stay single. This in June. This June the 10th. Look, make this go public. Sound like somebody know what's really going on in June. June 15th. Bitches with their own money treat niggas like shit. Now somebody talking about some money now, right? Look. Every time I quit a job, I get a better one that pays more. I don't believe in selling it. What? Ain't this crazy? I just don't believe in selling it. Selling in what? Man, I'm just trying to get everybody. Can you read between the lines on that? Yeah, now you see why I was flipping them bitches. Hold on. Where's the share button? Laughing. When you find out you got the wrong one out the crowd, look at all the emojis. Just like Miss Teresa posting, ain't it? You see the same pattern? It's the same pattern. June 10th. Somebody thought enough to come when this post was made. I want to see what date this post was. Know about Texas and North Carolina. I sure been doing a lot of investigation when it comes to North Carolina and Texas. They gonna go back to straight drop people then. Yup. Make a lot of sense to me now. Now check this out. Look at this. I'ma just assume this about us. Now, that sounds suspicious when you like, yeah, I miss with my friends. I miss outside. Oh, man, then look. So June looking really kind of suspicious right now. Cause I want to show y'all this right quick. Hold on. Selena Gomez treatment transplant. Now look, so look, that's why that's why they had to stage this. Look, check this out. That's why they had to stage this shit.
It's compounded hogwash.
Bet those weight loss meds ain't FDA approved.
Smells like snake oil.
It's Selena Gomez on the set of her new movie, just hours after she revealed her secret health crisis. The superstar posted the shocking news on Instagram along with this photo of her in the hospital after the operation. I needed to get a kidney transplant due to my lupus. As luck would have it, Selena's donor...
Now you see that, right? So look, when the Kenneka story came out, when the girl died, when we heard about the girl, her name came up instantly with the kidneys, right? So guess what they did? They had to create this. So look, she already had the surgery. But since she came out, now you see why. Look at the angle of the picture. Somebody's standing right there, got to be on the bed. Look how they shot the angle. Boom, boom, boom. Man, I see through the game, bro. I'm seeing the game now. So when her name came up, that's why they had to, hey girl, I need your help. Bitch say I got that kidney from you and let's take photos and all this. Check it out.
Was another celebrity, the actress Francia Raisa, who starred in The Secret Life of the American Teenager.
The point is, it's a rite of passage.
Selena and Francia are close friends.
Sexy body.
She gave me the ultimate gift and sacrifice by donating her kidney to me, Selena.
Not to her. I bet you that goes straight to us. She gave me the ultimate gift and sacrifice by donating her kidneys to me. I believe they were straight to Miss Teresa. Hold on now. Check this how my mind is working. Cause she supposed to have the surgery in June. This one shot in June. They did this like shit when they released this like a month or two after her murder. All right, look.
Reveals the news solves the mystery of why Selena kept such a low profile over the summer. She dropped new.
And check this out. Y'all know when she dropped the music video? She dropped the music video in August. Cause I was like, wait a minute. The Fetish song came out in August. So that means if she died in June, got the kidney transplant, and it takes 6 weeks to heal, then you there in the freezer, in the kitchen, then you got Gucci Man. It make a lot of sense to me now. So let's go back to the Facebook. What they were doing in August. Look what they would be doing in August. Watch how the test gonna be limited in August. Hold on, I'm going down. I need to go back up. I think I need to go up. Yep, I need to go up. Let's go to August, y'all. And y'all gonna see what exactly I'm saying. All right. The first post finna start at August the 4th at 11 a.m. in the morning. And that's when Miss Teresa also said she beat breast cancer in August too, and she had to go up under surgery too. Keep those dates in mind too. Cause let's finish this August the 14th. Always making sense now. And this the same picture that you're gonna use on the obituary. In the same jean jacket. Right, watch this. Only 2 posts in August. Sound like whoever behind it paid was pretty busy in August. So I'm just saying, do y'all see where my mindset is going with this? Because once you dig a little deeper, you're going to have to ask the question. So now look, if you got all of this in August, look what will be going on in August. And she said she went under surgery in June. And she revealed it publicly. 2017. Because maybe she was forced. Because look, because watch this.
Music, but didn't make public appearances to promote it. Turned out the 25-year-old...
Listen to what he just said.
She gave me the ultimate gift and sacrifice by donating her kidney to me, Selena reveals. The news solves the mystery of why Selena kept such a low profile over the summer. She dropped new music, but didn't make public appearances to promote.
So she stayed on the low. Why would you stay on the low? Because look how you getting that kidney. And then you got new music, but you didn't promote it. You didn't even promote the new music. So that means this video was already shot before Kenneka died. And you released it in August because you still got to be healing. So you would be healing in August. And then you got September. Do that make sense now? You got to drop this video. Like, look at that, go Selena Gomez. Oh, yeah. Just popped out of nowhere. Boom, with another song. Bam. Right? So the whole time you thinking she in this position, but she could be somewhere in the bed on bed rest. Right? And this going to be in August. Man, y'all, what I told y'all in June. I just went to her page. Do her page look very suspect now? Do you look at it in a different way? Honestly, drop it in the chat. What's your honestly thoughts and opinion on this? Because this the stuff that needs to, man, look.
It turned out the 25-year-old was recovering from surgery that left her with this long scar across her stomach. We spoke to Dr.
So now look, y'all see that scar around her stomach? But check this out. Look what they told her when they said when she revealed the scar on her inner thigh. You just caught the main news in the line. Look, watch this. Y'all remember this? They finished. Man, I want to go to this joint. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me put it in my watch later right quick. Now let me go to my queue. Put that in the queue. Look, I'm finna put this in the queue. Hold on. Gotta put that in the queue. And boom, gotta put this in the queue. Check this out. That's all I want right there.
Dr. Travis Stork from TV's The Doctors.
This is going to be a long road for her, but there is one positive, which is she is 25. And lupus or not, she's still very youthful.
1.5 million Americans battle lupus, a serious autoimmune disease. Like Selena, 33-year-old Allison Lee suffers from lupus and had a kidney transplant last year.
What advice do you have for Selena?
To stay positive, because I think that helped me through it, knowing that my life would be better after the transplant. And then also just be careful of germs, because there are germs everywhere, so make sure that you wash your hands all the time.
Allison's donor was her mother.
It goes
She
from
showed
here
us her
and then
scar.
It's a pretty long scar.
Selena just took part in the celebrity telethon for Hurricane Irma and Harvey relief. She was born in Texas.
Since that day, we have joined together.
An emotional time for a star who's opening up about her medical drama.
You have to check this out. There's a new AI dog that just dropped, and it's essentially a real puppy minus the chaos, noise, and expensive vet.
Selena Gomez shows her kidney transplant scar in a positive new post. She shared this pic of her in a blue swimsuit on Instagram and says in the caption, "When I got my kidney transplant, I remember it being very difficult at first showing my scar. I didn't want it to be in photos, so I wore things that would cover it up. Now more than ever."
See that? Look.
My scar. When I got my kidney transplant, I remember it.
That's why she's showing her inner thigh, because she made it look. She told them, look, they had to go through my kidney right here to get to my kidney. That's why she posed like that, right? But did the other video say she supposed to have a scar right here? But this the first one that she showed. And then when you get to look and be like, oh, wait a minute, we had to straighten it back up. So you got a scar right here. Watch this, y'all.
It being very difficult at first showing my scar. I didn't want it to be in photos, so I wore things that would cover it up. Now more than ever, I feel confident in who I am and what I went through, and I'm proud of that. Cell also tagged a swimsuit company promoting inclusivity and added, "All bodies are beautiful." The 27-year-old pop singer had revealed in September 2017 that she'd undergone a kidney transplant to treat complications from lupus, an autoimmune disease she first described.
That's when she made it public. Why she had to make it public? Look, I'm listening to these people. She tried to make it look like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She supposed to have the surgery in June. Just say, let's just speculate for 1 second. Let's just speculate on this one. What if Kenneka actually died between July, August? Let's just say start with June. She died in June. You need 6 months to heal when it comes to surgery, because I looked it up. It's gonna take 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So you're gonna at least got to be on bed rest for 6 weeks. All right. And heavily on medication. And regular visits, you know what I'm saying? Because you just don't go straight home. You still gonna have to stay in the hospital so they can make sure you all right. So if she died in June, then you got July. So if you add 6 weeks, so you got July and August. So that whole month, she gonna be on bed rest. And 1 week after that, in October, she will be healing. So while she in the process of healing, they'll drop a music video to distract us with the music. You see what I'm saying? So boom, they will be in August. So next time you know, couple of weeks after that, you got this whole Kenneka Jenkins case. It just done blew and it just done hit real different, right? Her name came up in the beginning. Hollywood name came up in the beginning. Kidneys came up in the name in the beginning. Leonora said it in the beginning. And then when you go back to look at this same police that did the investigation, these people was already up on the FBI investigation for 2 years when they harvesting ring got exposed through funeral homes and the same goddamn biological research center in the building. So now look, listen to this.
disclosed she had in 2015. The transplant occurred all thanks to her donor and fellow actress, Francia Raisa. The two have been close friends for many years, dating all the way back to Selena's Disney days. Following her recovery, Selena told today's Savannah Guthrie, "My kidneys were just done. That was it, and I didn't want to ask a single person in my life. And that was the day I came home and found out she volunteered and did it." In December 2017, Francia attended a screening for her freeform TV show Grownish in Hollywood, wearing a crop top and revealing her scar from the procedure.
So why Selena Gomez showing you, oh, here go my scar right here on my inner thigh? What else you got done to it? All right, next video.
Watch what magnesium does to your bowels.
They shot this.
Tummy look pregnant. This blocks your bowels.
Selena says she was diagnosed with lupus 5 years ago and the autoimmune disease attacked her.
So they came up with a story, said, yeah, she was that. Now she did say 5 years ago she needed lupus. She had lupus. She did say that because I did see the post of that, unless they fabricated that to make it look good with the story. But I did see that post. You know what I'm saying? And it was like 5 years ago, before 2017, so the time match up. And plus the video. Matter of fact, it was a video. All right. So now look. The girl was on the news September 14th.
Kidneys. She revealed that news about the transplant to her 128 million Instagram followers last month, saying she would soon share her journey over the past several months. And she did just that in our candid and often emotional conversation.
I had arthritis. My kidneys were shutting down.
Now, this video right here, when I say this was on MB, this was on September the 14th, y'all. That's why she crying. Look at the motions. Now, check this out. You want to know what's a dead giveaway? The dead giveaway is this. You been had your kidney surgery because, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's finna make sense. You told everybody you had the kidney, got your kidney in June, right? Then July, you will be on bed rest. Then while you'll be on bed rest, they're going to drop the video. Boom, boom, boom. So you didn't tell nobody that you were getting the surgery or nothing. So nobody didn't know that you just completely fell off the grid. Then your video show up in August. Boom. Next thing you know, soon when your video hit, next thing you know, a murder breakout allegedly at the Crown Plaza Hotel. So this sounds like, yeah, y'all really cover y'all tracks on this one. Right? Check it out, y'all. Now look. Now this was on September 14th. You want to know what's a dead giveaway? Cause she want to be able to be doing this interview. She perfectly fine. She already healed up. She just didn't have like had a way, like just say like, oh, they stole Kenneka kidneys on the 9th. And you know what I'm saying? And Selena Gomez went through surgery, you know what I'm saying, within that time frame. It wouldn't match up because she would be there. It wouldn't match up. She wouldn't be feeling good at all. All right. So that's why she had to come out. Look at her emotion.
My mentality was just to keep going. I didn't realize how much it was affecting my body.
This past summer, Selena Gomez was gravely ill, weeks away from dialysis and in desperate need of a new kidney. She returned to the home she was sharing with her close friend, Francia Raisa.
One day she came home and...
This whole story, right? Check this out. They finna lie to y'all and tell y'all, hey, she came home and told her, like, I need a kidney type stuff. And she was like, you need a kidney, all this in one day. And guess when this supposed to be happening? I remember Selena Gomez was in town too. They said, Selena, when you was there? Yeah, I was in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You had surgery in Chicago? In Chicago. But it really wasn't in Chicago. Guess where they took the surgery at? See, this the crazy part about it. If you find out what facility that she was recuperating, because she went to a disability center. Look, check this out. She went to one of those rehab centers. I mean, not the rehab, but you know, like the rehab when you get out of surgery and stuff, you know, rehabilitate your, you know what I'm saying, your body and all this. That's where she was at. And then when she healed, then she would be at Chicago September the 5th, around at that time. She said she was there a week before Kenneka passed away. You know what I'm saying? She said she would be there. So it would make sense why you would be there, a whole film crew, then look at all that, because you blew up when you got that kidney. Man, that lady, man, movie after movie after movie. And guess who was making it happen for her? Bill Murray. So do that make a little sense? So what they finna tell you, they finna tell you to lie to cover up for what was going on in September. This what they came up with to tell the world. Girl, I need you to tell the world this is your kidney. And this how you found out that I was sick. But keep this in mind, best friends and all this, you're gonna know she's sick. Why you just not finding this out? Come on, man.
She was emotional. I hadn't asked anything. I knew that she hadn't been feeling well. She couldn't open a water bottle one day. And she chucked it and just started crying. And I said, "What's wrong?" And that's when she told me. And she goes, "I don't know what to do. The list is 7 to 10 years long." And it just vomited out of me. I was like, of course I'll get tested.
Selena told Francia, an actress on the upcoming show Grownish, that Francia had too much happening in her life to even think about donating a kidney.
You insisted.
Yeah. I called her assistant and I said, "Give me the information. I want to do this."
How are you feeling in that moment?
She lived with me in this interesting time where my kidneys were just done. That was it. And I didn't want to ask a single person in my life. The thought of asking somebody to do that was really difficult for me. She volunteered and did it, and let alone somebody wanting to volunteer, it is incredibly difficult to find a match. The fact that she was a match, I mean, that's unbelievable. That's not.
Now you see that? She talking about Kenneka Jenkins, bruh, not the friend. Because if you analyze and read that, that's why she's so hurt about it. Look, the girl feel guilty about it, you know what I'm saying? But it saved her life though. And she just, you know, she looking, if you look at the way, if you got a mother, just sold her daughter to save your life, that would be some most mind-blowing shit ever. Look. Listen to these words. Listen to what these words, if it was directly to Kenneka and her mother, the one that set her up and made it happen.
A single person in my life. The thought of asking somebody to do that was really difficult for me. She volunteered and did it, and let alone somebody wanting to volunteer, it is incredibly difficult to find a match. The fact that she was a match, I mean, that's unbelievable. That's not real.
Francia immediately began the process of having her blood and urine tested. She completed a physical and psychological evaluation.
With our situation, because we were kind of an emergency situation, I did everything in like a day. And usually the process takes like 6 months. So
that's why she told y'all, look, they had to do all this in one day. She didn't take no blood work. They talked about this all in one day, what they were going to tell the world. Because guess who was telling it? YouTubers. Those YouTubers like Selena Gomez got the kidneys. Selena Gomez, I'm talking about that kidney, man, that blew Selena Gomez like, whoa. Look.
Oh, it was really fast.
It becomes surgery day. Tell me about how you were feeling and what happened.
I wanted us to feel good.
Yeah.
So our friend came over and did cute little French braids for us.
And we couldn't eat after midnight, so we stuffed our faces.
I think I ordered like
way too much food, yeah. But I had to go in first. And when I woke up, I just was really calm.
Did you ever fear for your own health?
Yeah, I did. I had to write a will, which was scary because there's no guarantee you'll wake up.
And your family wasn't even sure when you told your mom. She was like, what are you doing?
My mom didn't want to be there.
You see how she stopped her come on, bruh. Man, you see this? You had to sign the will. Man, if you tell me some shit like, oh man, you got to sign the will in case you don't wake up. Oh no, fuck this. I'm sorry, Selena, but man, these folks saying, man, this is 50, man, I ain't finna take that chance now. One time out. Now I found another match for you, you know what I'm saying? Look.
Until I woke up. She loves Selena, and so she was torn.
Before she was wheeled in, Francia asked to see her friend.
She came in and she, held my hand, and she's like, are you good? I was like, yeah, we're doing this. And then they give you Valium to calm you down. I don't remember anything.
What Valium? The street drug Valium? Cause I know that's a thing with those Valium. You know those people love those Valium pills. You know them out. Watch this. They gave you pills. They gave y'all some pills to do what now?
Doing this. And then they give you Valium to calm you down. I don't remember anything else.
Well, you did a little peace sign first, and then you went out.
Selena went into surgery next.
I remember waking up 2 hours after, and I saw my mom, I saw my stepdad, and...
That explains why the police dude in the kitchen looked just like his stepdad. Hold on, let's look at some more of this stuff.
I felt okay. I felt really good. I got to see you and tell you I love you. And then I went back to my room and I started to attempt to fall asleep. And in the middle of that process, I started hyperventilating. And there was so much pain there.
Doctors told Selena she'd have to go back into surgery. Her new kidney was turning around.
So now look, now y'all first seen when they said her scar was on her inner thigh. Ooh, and she had to go back into surgery. And check this out. You could easily Photoshop this and make it look like scars and all this old stuff. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If you see anybody with these black nails, I found out the black nail ritual, just like the white nail ritual. Notice y'all remember a lot of rappers wear their nails black, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Kanai Cent had his black nails. Then you had NBA Youngboy with his little black nails. Then you know Young Thug with his little black nails and all this old stuff, right? You know, but check this out, right? Why would she be showing a scar on her inner thigh first? And knew they messed up, so they had to boom, let me boom, and relocate the scar. Be like, look, let me show y'all now. Here go my scar right here. And check this out. Whoever took the picture, you know what they did? You want to know what's a dead giveaway? This was a picture they took off of a phone because you could see the light right there. So that means you could easily have this picture photoshopped. That could be anybody, to be honest with you. You know what I'm talking about? But when you look at it, you'll be like, somebody took this with the picture on a, you know what I'm talking about? So I really need to see if this same scar gonna be on her body. Made me want to go buy this little helper ticket and go to one of her little concerts. Yeah, give me a front stage, please. You know what I'm talking about? Man, look, sing a song, get real close, goddamn. You know what I'm talking about? So you already know Trey ain't gonna run up on that goddamn stage, football tackle her ass, be like, look, y'all, I told you that motherfucker ain't right there no more. You know what I'm talking about? And the whole jig is up. The whole jig up, goddammit. Now look, now they show y'all proof. See, like it be little minor detail like this. You're like, yup, that's a picture. You know what I'm saying? They look like a picture, you know what I'm saying, and they somebody grabbed their phone and took the picture with the light on and was shining right on the junk. And then one thinking about the light, because this would be impossible to take a picture like this with a light on, you know what I'm talking about? So now look, watch this.
Inside her body.
My teeth were, I was like grinding, I was freaking out. It was a 6-hour surgery that they had to do on me, and the normal kidney process is actually 2 hours. Apparently one of the arteries had flipped. I'm very thankful that.
So we're looking at closely 12-hour range, all right?
There are people who know what to do in that situation.
What has the recovery been like?
What I wanted more than anything was that we were together, so I actually got a space for us to be in together. You know, you're on bed rest, you're allowed to walk an hour a day. You can't do any stairs or anything crazy.
It was hard because you constantly needed to ask for help.
Yeah.
I think one of the most humbling experiences was needing help to like put on underwear. We couldn't take showers by ourselves. I mean, it was a really brutal process.
Both Selena and Francia say it's their faith that guided them through this very emotional and private process.
Why the doctor that did the surgery is a mystery. Don't you think you would be praising the doctor? Be like, don't you think the doctor would want to be gladly be in this spotlight to be like, yeah, I did the surgery, Jack. Man, thank you for saving her. You know, you finna get praised, and then that's finna be on your resume. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, you would need that little clout to put on your resume. So you know what I'm saying? They would bring people, you know, they would show you your trust deed work. But they kept the doctor anonymous, right? Because I found out the real doctor who did this shit, right? So now look, you know they got celebrity doctors, right? They got celebrity doctors for a reason. They say like Hollywood, they can take a ugly duckling from the hood and change that ugly duckling to a swan. Yeah, you got that big ass nose, don't you? Yeah, let me you know what I'm talking about, shade that junk down a little bit and you know what I'm saying, narrow it out a little bit. Ooh, your cheeks big, man. We got, you know what I'm saying, grind some of these junk down a little bit. Ooh, your chin. We got to knock the fat off this junk, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know, that doctor finna turn that ugly duck into a swan, then he be like, yeah, I'm finna blow your cheeks up, you know what I'm talking about? And you know that, I'm gonna give you some full lips. And then soon everybody see you again, man, you looking like, you know what I'm saying, a high school crush, goddammit. So now look. So what I'm getting up out of this, right? What if that girl actually died sometime in June? And I want y'all to listen to closely when I say this. What if the girl actually died sometime in June and you looking at a cover up? Because when you look at it June, right? You know Selena Gomez is going to need to be on bed rest for 6 weeks, right? At least 6 weeks in rehab, right? So while in rehab, you got 2 posters in August. That's finna leave in August, right? So it leads up in August. So once it leave up in August, right, you get the Selena Gomez video while she in rehab. She in rehab, but you got a video, and a million people ain't thinking she got surgery or recouping from surgery. All right. So now you got on Kenneka page, look what's on her page, mighty suspicious. Mighty suspicious. So boom, when you go to her page, then look, boom, her post is real thin and limited. And then when they uploaded this picture, bruh, this was already an old ass picture. She just re-uploaded it, make it look like, yeah, I'm gonna just update pretty girl neat. And then boom, it's the last time you finna her. So guess what, Selena Gomez, so guess what they did? On the 7th, you got them booking the room now. On the 8th, everybody finna show up around midnight and reenactment of what happened actually at the hotel in Crown Plaza. Right? So now you got, let's say Kenneka never walked those halls on September 9th or the 6th, but you would have everybody there on the 6th, the 5th, all the way up to September the 14th, right? So on September the 14th, you got Selena Gomez telling the world, yeah, I just had kittens, all because her name came up in the Kenneka Jenkins month. Then everybody bringing up how Rose month in the organ harvesting, right? Then once you go back to Miss Teresa and Jedediah Brown were just recently beefing, and Jedediah Brown was telling like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I remember Miss Teresa said, oh, her kitten was one girl. You know what I'm saying? Acting like he don't know where they went to. So now you see why everybody already know that the girl could have been died months ago, and they came up with this story and reacted the murder, and that's why it sounds like a script, and nobody can't actually figure it out on the 6th of the 7th. Right? So now the world get confused. So look, so now the world confused because you actually thinking she died on the 9th, right? You think in reality, what I'm looking at, that's why you will have a big time movie production company there on September the 8th, September the 7th, even September the 6th. And whatever they will be doing, that's what they were doing. That's what they were doing. So guess what the YouTuber did? So the YouTubers got up off Selena Gomez and got to talking about the Aisha Fowler case, right? Then they switched it from the kidneys to missing twins, right? And got it off that, right? But kept it since the kidneys, since it was already proven that it was some kind of organ harvesting played a role in that. But everybody can't just figure it out where it come from. So what they're gonna do is have you to talk about. There go Kenneka right there in the room. So that's why in the beginning, in no TY live video, like this right here, in the TY live video, right? Hold on. Look. TY live video, right? Now, let's just say this right here. Now, you know how they got us thinking like, hey, y'all remember those YouTubers in the beginning were telling the world, that's not Kenneka right there. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Right here.
What you want to do is save hundreds.
Check this out, y'all.
Customizes your car.
This would make a whole lot of sense to me.
Can you ask your friend?
All right, we're going to go over the Ty Rowland video. I was asked to do this.
See, I'm glad I got on Greg Hughes, John.
Who shall go?
Watch this, y'all, right here.
Everybody gets slammed, no matter who you are, regarding a little bit right here.
Check this out. That's why they always said that's not Kenneka. They would be Kenneka actually cousin. It would make so much to me that the girl that Chosen King was putting out, that's Kenneka cousin, that, what's her name, y'all? Look just like Kenneka. They said, in the beginning, they said that was her cousin playing her in the TY video, and when TY was boom filming it, that's why she hold her hands to her face, because you won't get a good look at. Look how blurry this video is. That lets you know that can't be actually her. Look. You see what I'm saying? So now look, it would make sense that you would do a party of a reenactment and you would have her cousin play that role. Man, it would make so much sense why you, and check this out. The girl that we saw in Irene live video, cause Irene got a video showing Kenneka. Man, I'ma tell you, in her video crystal clear. Man, I won't be surprised those video was in June and these videos was shot that night of this. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just want everybody to think with an open mindset when it comes to this. Because you know what I'm saying? You're going to have a lot of people on here finna stir this girl name up in the wrong way. And they've been doing this for years. And I'm trying to straighten all of this up, bro. That's why I ain't never gave myself credit. Like, man, I solved the case. You know, the people, million people like, man, Trey Gang, you solved the case. I'm like, man, look, man, it's still more out there, man. Because look, the story that they giving us, it just don't make sense. And I refuse to be going in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Man, ain't you tired of the case so frustrating? Every time you, let's go back to TY. Oh, let's start off from the beginning. Let's go back to Monique. Yeah, the mama acting suspicious. Then look how you going back and forth, and back and forth. Right? Just like I try to tell everybody the Kiara Cole case, bruh. I told everybody, I said, I'm going to give it 48 hours, bro. Ain't nobody going to talk about the Kiara Cole case, linking this shit back to Kenneka Jenkins, to what I found out, where the girl was raised up at, who she related to, you know what I'm saying, who the Coles related to. So now look, it would make so much sense, because look what, when I say the Illuminati stuff is very, very real, listen to this.
You call somebody your friend, it's almost other your children and everything. This is in Luke. Your own family members will even deliver you to death. Now, for everybody that's on live listening to me right now, go into your Google search bar and type in lightning with Satan. Jesus said he saw Satan fall at the sky like lightning. So everybody who worships Satan, their symbols, they use the lightning bolts. They use the lightning bolt for that symbol. Now, after you do that, you go type in old girl mama. You go type in old girl mama in the search engine, and you tell me what type of earrings she got on. Do that, because it's a hierarchy of this shit, man. Satan is at the top. The people on earth work for these motherfuckers. So you try to say, people say, well, how can the gangs be involved with the organ harvester? Let's just keep this shit real, man. Everybody that's in gangs worship Satan. Some people know they worship Satan. Some people know that they don't. So he got motherfuckers in all aspects of life to come together up under one umbrella, man, to do all of this shit to people, man. It's just not a human thing where we try to figure this shit out, man. If you go to God, man, you're going to find out the answers, man. And I just dropped the gems for everybody. Go type in the Google search bar, Satan with lightning, because all Satanists, Masons, Eastern Stars, they use the lightning bolt symbol. And this ain't nothing new. This shit existed before we even born in the earth. Then you go type in old girl mama name in the search bar and keep looking in Google Images. In Google Images now. And you tell me what type of earrings that the person got on.
I'm saying, like, bro, what does this have to do with Kenneka, though?
Bro, I just fucking told you, yo. Is you listening, B? Is you listening, B? I just told you, G. I just told you. Bro, forget this shit, bro. You don't get it, man. I just dropped the Jews. Don't even worry about it.
But no. Listen, don't. Listen. So, okay, you dropped the jewel, and what you think? A hierarchy? How? Like, I don't get what you're saying, bro.
Listen, all right. Let me break it down in simple terms. Say, for instance, you got a general, and up under the general has soldiers.
Right.
So the motherfuckers that's doing all this killing shit, they are the fucking generals. And they have their soldiers out here doing this shit regardless of what color you are. If you a Satanist, nigga, and you worship Satan, that's what you do. Do the research, man, and find out who worships Satan, man. There's a lot of people that worship Satan, bro. That's their religion. That's what they believe in. They kill people for money, B. They kill people for blood, man.
Okay. Let me hold on. Let me ask you this, bro, because you've been trying to get in contact with me, and once again, I'm not gonna lie. You are on live. You're being recorded right now. You know that, right?
Yeah, G, I know that, bro.
Oh, okay. So tell me this: why, out of everybody, why did you reach out to Zach TV, bro?
Because, man, I looked at your videos on YouTube, man, and I seen everybody just trying to figure out what's going on and what's going on. So I wanted to put my 2 cents in, what I was moved with, or what God placed on my mind and on my heart, to share it with y'all, because it's people all over the world, man, who want to get justice for her, bro.
Okay.
We really feel it. It's people in the world, man, who really believe in God and believe in Jesus, his real son, man, about all of this stuff going on. So once you leave God and Jesus out the equation, you are never ever gonna find out what's happening. You have to put this stuff in the equation, man, to really find out what's happening and get a deeper look. It's deeper than physical, man.
Oh, okay.
It's not a spiritual thing.
So tell me this, brother. We gotta know, because everybody want to know, who are you?
Bro, I'm just a regular person, man, just like you is, bro. I ain't on none of that fugazi ass shit, man. I ain't up on none of this Illuminati, Mason, Eastern Star. I ain't on none of that shit. I'm just another soul in the world, man, who want to see justice for the girl, bro. That's all, man.
So should I leave the case? So should I leave the case alone?
Bro, first thing you need to do, you really need to back off, man, because these people, I'm gonna tell you like this, and then I'm gonna hang up.
No, don't hang up. Don't hang up.
The people that we against, bro, they run everything, bro. They run social media, just like that lady told you. They run social media.
When he said they run social media, this how they running it. Through YouTubers, TikTokers, and Instagram people. They actually using regular people to manipulate y'all, bruh. And they giving them the powers. Check this out, right? You're gonna when every time when something come up in the Kenneka Jenkins, how many YouTubers that be quiet, don't talk about the case, but when the case get hot, boy, they got all the tea allegedly in the world, and it's the same thing. And I'm like, damn, these people going back to the same thing. That's how they running it. Since when he said that how they run social media, I started looking into a lot of other YouTubers just to see is this real. And guess what? It's real. You got people that talk about other murder cases, never touched on the Kenneka Jenkins case, doing the same thing. Nobody don't want to believe it. That's how much power that they got. If somebody warning you and tell you, look, this how they run the social media, you better be careful of these people that you subscribe to. Because, man, some of y'all probably subscribe to these people, bro. I'm just saying, look how everybody getting exposed on YouTube. All those foreigners, getting exposed. You know what I'm saying? They had these big platforms, come to find out they faking their credentials. Talking about, yeah, I got scholars to be a physicist. Using fake documents and diplomas, showing it on the screen, and got everybody like, yeah, man, this man here is speaking. He went to never show you. Man, look. So look. This how they doing it, y'all. Watch this. Just listen real close, because if you notice, this is what I'm thinking about Zach. Zach know about the organ harvest. Because every time when he get to close and get to talking about organ harvesting and get to touching on it, he want to ask another question like, hey, wait a minute, look, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, and just stop. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? You want to hear more about what the man got to say, but you cutting the man short. Check him out.
They run the court system. The police is even up under them. Even niggas in gangs, it's up under them too. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you really gonna have to fall back or your life is in danger. Now I'm not telling you that as a threat. I'm telling you just what I know from studying research through years and years, and what God placed on me, bro. I'm telling you. Because it's this type of war going on, bro. It could be people around you that's down with this shit and you don't even fucking know, man. They selling people out, man, just for material things and for money. When you look at the story of Jesus and Judas, he turned his own man in for some money. Judas turned Jesus in for some money, bro.
Okay.
And he was right beside him and he taught that, man, it's the same thing. Like the Bible says, nigga, ain't nothing new up under the sun, man. You gotta watch everything around you, man. You gotta watch who you dealing with. The way the world going there, man, it's gonna get worse than this, bro.
So
it's gonna get way worse than this, bro.
Okay,
straight up, man.
So who is responsible for the death of Kenneka Jenkins?
So why you keep saying who responsible for Kenneka's death, and you know it's about organ harvesting? You know that how you upset it. So it's like he want him to just pinpoint one particular person out, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you can't do that in the Kenneka Jenkins case, bro. And now, man, they want you, when they ask questions like, yeah, who killed Kenneka Jenkins, like it was just one person. You know what I'm saying? What if it was a team of doctors? What if it was a team of doctors and made Mitchell Reese sign a contract? Hey, we're gonna make it look like it was a gang activity going on in our hotel, and we ain't want this in our hotel, so we'll just give you some lump sum of money, and you know what I'm saying, and make this go away, and we don't want this on our resume. Because that's what they try to make it look like. That's what they try to make it look like, right? So when these people try to make it look like, yeah, who killed Kenneka Jenkins, and you know what I'm saying, and who responsible, like you finna just kind of like, man, I believe Monifa did. What? So Monifa know how to cut somebody up and take the organs too. So I know Monifa know she got the skills to sneak bodies in the freezer, toss the body in there without being on camera. You know what I'm saying? They were like, yeah, we're gonna delete all the footage, Mitchell Reese. This, you know what I'm saying? Look. Okay, where I sign that? Sign right here and sign right there. I'm like, wait a minute, man. Y'all just gave me a check for $25,000. I thought y'all was saying y'all gonna give me some million. Well, it don't just work like this. Some shit came up, and you know, now y'all want my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna, man, look. I'm finna tell the world, y'all, my daughter was murdered, but I was too scared to speak. She didn't die the way y'all think she died. Since the lady said that she know how the way her daughter died and never told the world how she died then. Listen to this shit.
But I'm telling you the truth. The people who is responsible for her death is the Satanist motherfuckers, man. People who work for Satan. The people that was in that goddamn hotel, man. Everybody is connected up under Satan, up under one umbrella, regardless of what name you call yourself. If you down with Satan, nigga, you just down with him. It's a lot of people down with Satan, man. Do researches on gangs. A lot of gang niggas worship Satan, bro. They do satanic rituals. Niggas are doing the organ harvester. Satan is their god. Masons, Satan is their god. Eastern Stars, Mason is their god. Satan is their god. So everybody, Satan is the general, and everybody just up under him, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just by me telling you that, you should be able to put the pieces together, man. That's what I'm telling you, man.
And he ain't lying about that. Cause when I was young, I was infatuated with the GD, the Vice Lord, the gang, all the gang symbols, the gang signs on the wall. And now everybody know the GD symbol. But if you look at all day symbols, it go right back to the pyramid. The 6-point star, David, the GD, the 6, all that go straight back to the pyramid. With the pitchfork, that's what the devil, with the pitchfork, the devil keep the pitchfork. Right? Then you got the VLs, they symbol is the pyramid and the 5-point star with the crescent moon. Don't they all tied in back to the same symbol that you see the gang sign, and then the same symbol that you see on the wall in Egypt in the pyramid is the Great Giza? That's all I just want to know. So that means maybe that pyramid is the most satanic thing that we ever seen. You see what I'm saying? Because once you read the Bible, bro, once you read the Bible and try to understand and then look at it, then when you look at it in a grown perspective, bro, I'm like, man, that's why they gave us games. And then we get in these games and don't nothing come out the game. Because that's what you finna do. You finna go in there with a mentality. If you represent something, you got a mentality of Satan, bro. You ready to kill, steal, rob, whatever. Non-Christian. Non-Christian, right? It's the same thing. Freemason got the same thing GD's got. They got the same stars. They got the same pyramid, the pitchforks, the writings, all of this. I never knew that the game would actually put out Not because of Larry Hoover and them. Who told Larry Hoover and them how to construct like that, brother? His knowledge was too in advance. I'm talking about these folks had real meat. I'm talking about, man, not only he started this stuff in Chicago, bro, but this man shit man spread all over the world, bro. Boy, it's GD everywhere. So now look, listen to him again.
Are you saying that they've been looking at me for a while since I've been covering the case?
Bro, they looking at every fucking body, bro. Like even on when you on Facebook, yo, when you type shit into your phone and when you type shit on the computer, you might delete it from off your phone and delete it off the computer, but it's in their database. They still can go back and look at everything you say, man. Why you think people be getting kicked off when you soon people put the comment up there, they get kicked off? Because they watching, bro. They control every fucking thing.
Yo. Hey, I'm blocked off Facebook right now, bro, for another 45 days.
Ain't this funny? I'm glad that he mentioning that. Cause then everybody get blocked off Facebook, like Kilo Brown got blocked off. She said she got blocked off about 30 to 45 days. Zach got blocked off Facebook. Irene said they deactivated her account, right? All of that, right? All that's gonna be in the same time frame with the Selena Gomez. So that means they was keeping them silent on the Selena Gomez situation, bro. You see what I'm saying? No wonder. Block them out, cause look, Selena Gomez name out there. Then you already got Lyra Nora telling the world about harvesting. And then you got Jedediah out there like, yeah, y'all can look this up. Look, Rosemont just been busted. On the same thing. That what made it more interesting. Like, what? This same people? Oh.
There you go. Now you see what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't know this. Now you see what I'm saying, bro? I'm telling you, Zach. Fall back, bro. It ain't worth it, bro, to be fucking with these high powerful people unless you got God on your side.
So tell me this. So yo, you know everybody know I got the Irene interview and I got 3 more powerful interviews. I really want to drop them and leave this shit alone. But my life been threatened numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't drop this shit. If you drop it, you put the hotel in danger. All type of other shit I don't even talk about. I just stay with the rappers now. But should I just drop it and say fuck what everybody got to say?
Man, I'm going to leave it up to you, man. What you need to do, don't ask me, man. You need to go into prayer, man. You need to ask the universal Most High God what you should do. Because when you
Man, I'm finna show you how Mitch Reese and them been doing this stuff. Look at this, y'all. Now, do y'all remember Carl Nesbitt's name came up in the beginning? Right? Check this out. Not only Carl Nesbitt, but Charles Dorsey. Now, look. Charles Dorsey's name came up in the Kenneka Jenkins case, right? In the beginning. And they made it look like because he was like, yeah, he was there that night, something like that, and he was going to tell the world what happened, but it wasn't like what everybody was thinking. You know what I'm saying? But look how they been doing it in the family. Now here go Charles Dorsey and his brother. Guess when he died. Man, that man died round about the same time that Kenneka, when we heard about Kenneka, like on the 9th, I think he died on the 5th, 6th or something like that in 2018. Let's look at this.
There were many tears shed and many fond memories shared at the vigil honoring that 19-year-old activist. Meanwhile, CBD area South detectives are still working to find his killer. The streets of Chicago, I pray and I pray and I pray.
You got the same family members on the news. You got this family on the news. Just look. What if you look at the news like this, here? Damn, I heard about this case. I heard about the Kenneka Jenkins case. I heard about the Kiara Cole case. Then I heard about all those missing girls on the west side, too. They be coming up missing in those. Oh, it's a pattern. It's a pattern. Look, that's why Planet of the Fakes showing you this stuff.
Inside the packed, new-look restaurant in South Chicago, Cleopatra Cowley, mother of slain teenager Hadia Pendleton, hugs Onique Walker tightly. Now they share a bond no parent wants. Children lost to gun violence.
I just want peace. Heal the land. We losing too many of our babies. Every time you turn around, mamas is crying. Mamas is crying for their babies.
Last night, 19-year-old Domonte Johnson was just outside his brother's basketball practice near Euclid and 86th Street when CPD says someone inside a tan-colored vehicle fatally shot him in the chest and stomach.
Shit, don't you know Kiara Cole stayed a couple of streets down? Do you know Jedediah Brown stayed right here? Don't you know these people is related to J Money when it comes to Jonathan Johnson? Man, bro. This how they make money. They set up murders, heard on the news, because the news finna generate money, and they got a story and a narrative to tell the world now. Cause if it ain't no murders going on, and if it gets slow, guess what they finna do? Start staging protests like the government finna stage protests with the ICE shit. You know what I'm saying? Get some type of narrative rolling, right? Man, let's get those lights up, y'all. Please. Cause look how they been doing this. They been doing this, getting away with it. Watch this.
They just shooting anybody, man. I'm telling you, they just shooting anybody.
Says he was putting together a
they shooting anybody.
Children go to Christian camp and work with advocacy group.
They shooting anybody, man.
To stop the violence that killed him.
It's not fair that so many black and
brown
kids
just shooting anybody, man.
Being shot on their way to school or on their way home from school.
They shooting anybody, man.
For my baby. Somebody knows something.
They just shooting anybody. You could tell they just shooting anybody.
Look, Planet of the Fakes even got a baby was shot in the head, bruh. Look, check this out, y'all. This stuff is so crazy. I would never look at the news the way I look at the news now, bruh. Because all those murders that be going viral and stuff like this, if you see a protest behind it and some civil after leaders, best believe it was all a setup, bruh. And everybody gonna play their role on the camera, and that's the definition. The world is a stage, and we the audience get manipulated, bruh. Look at this. He is related to J Money. Now, all right, he's related to the Walkers. If you start looking up about that little boy got killed. That 2-year-old little boy, he related to Tanasia now. So you got to actually, so you can might as well say majority of Chicago news when it come to murder like this here, it's mostly of the Johnson, the Jenkins, the Martins, especially the goddamn Colemans and the goddamn Davisons. Look.
They just shooting anybody.
So look. When I started looking into this, I'm like, man, y'all ain't gonna believe some of the stuff that I'm really actually finding out. Because if you go back to the Alexis Ward case, right? Go back to the Alexis Ward case. Once you start looking into these people, you finna be like, man. You see what I'm saying? Once you look at the word case, once you look at all these posters and these names, just look into them, bro. Check it out. What is this?
Community activist Andrew Holmes is personally offering a $1,000 reward that leads to any information that.
That's what Andrew's job is about. The man is a high-ranking private investigator. The man is a CEO over Innocent. What is it? Innocent Restore Innocent. He is the CEO over human trafficking and crisis. Right? And that's his job, to get on the news and to tell the world, hey, I'm an activist? How is you an activist and you the biggest goddamn private investigator informant in Chicago? If that didn't even expose yourself, like, man, I thought he was an activist the whole time. But you mean that's why this man got FBI awards, achievement awards, and all of this? What kind of sting operation he been doing to get these rewards? And he gonna cover every time when you see Andrew Holmes on the scene. Guess who he protecting? So now when you see Andrew Holmes on the scene at these murder cases, now you know who he protecting, bro. It could be all a setup and a cover up, and they'll come off and, yeah, you know, we're gonna bump these rewards up to find out the thug that did this, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna throw a protest and release the balloons, and your young punks need to come in. Y'all remember that dude, daughter got shot? And he went to McDonald's and the dude shot the car up and killed the daughter in Chicago. Look at the people that was involved. You would be like, whoa. Check it out, y'all. They've been doing this.
Will lead to an arrest and conviction of Delmonte Johnson's killer.
Damn, they just shooting anybody, y'all. Andrew Holmes on the scene already?
All right, again, this how they work. When they do killings and stuff, it's always going to be around in the same time frame. It's gonna start off in October, September, you know what I'm saying, November, skip December, skip January, start from March, you know what I'm saying, March, April and May, June, then skip couple more, you know what I'm saying. Hold on, watch this, y'all. This what Planet of the Face was trying to tell the world about these people. Remember OT Head? He dead. Right? Hold on. I'm going to go to his video. What do this sound like? Here go the insurance lady. That was his first video he dropped. And this is the insurance lady. The life insurance lady. Now you see why everybody made sure they saved this video. If they didn't save that video, you would never saw this video. You would actually never know what the protest was really about. Only thing you just know, why Miss Teresa called it off. They said, they made her sign a contract and the hotel wasn't making no money. And you still got people trying to figure that out. And I don't figure it out. Look. Monique for Shelton. Right? Look how they try. So you look, they try to make it look like you the best friend. So you finna take Zaria's place. This all Miss Teresa doing. Look, you gonna play the best friend, but these people gonna try to kill me. Now ain't nobody gonna touch you, girl. You know, don't let these people get to your head, girl. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Let them bash you. You know you didn't do it. All right. Then you got Jedediah. Then you got Kenneka. Now keep this in mind. You can go on Miss Teresa's page. Somebody shared this video on her page, and she said, "Yeah, call the police." And they actually related. Do Kenneka look just like Miss Teresa, bro? Look at Miss Teresa. Then once you go to Kenneka, look at Kenneka. Shit. That look like a little nephew or something. Man, that man look just like them people, bro.
I don't care if you cry, this pussy nigga die. You nigga change me. It's a bad day. It's a bad day.
So look, one thing I do know this for a fact. Before Kenneka died, man, them niggas was some bombs. Man, them niggas was dirty, bro. Man, I'm talking about, man, goddamn it, you pat a nigga on the back, man, you might see a dust of cloud come out the nigga back. Boom, like, damn, nigga, like, you know how like you hit a rug, then you got dust coming out that motherfucker? So now look, they was born, and after when she died, they started wearing Gucci, Pradas, and you know what I'm talking about? They game dramatic done stepped up like, damn, what? Hold on. Check this out. Here go another crazy thing. That's August Cole. She is related to Kiara Cole. They from the same neighborhood. That's why, look, check this out. Where do you think all of this come from?
Sure if this is true or not, but this is just the story I picked up.
Number one, 2 girls were killed. Okay? 2 girls were killed. The footage that was released the night of Kenneka's death was fake. Okay?
I told you. That's why they be saying, that's why they said the footage that we see is fake. You know, that's why they saying it's fake. Because if the girl died months ago, and that's the poll. Now I can understand. That's why you need to do a reenactment. But why would you do a reenactment and show the reenactment? Like what led up to it? You gave us the time. You know, no wonder why Mitch and Reese were following with the script on the 911 call. Talking about 1 cup is too much for her, and she would then look, she had a whole story to tell the dispatch. Yeah, you know, she supposed to be going out celebrating with a gathering her, with her friends, and then mention family. Then talking about, yeah, I asked them, did she drink 1 alcohol? They said, yeah, she had only 1 cup. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, 1 cup is just too much for her. Why would you go in one panic mode? Like, whoa, that's 2 cup. Look. Check this out. If you open your mind up right now, who told her to tell you this shit? Who told you to tell us that shit? Where did you get all this information from? Look.
Okay. Her roaming the halls was scripted and staged. Her walking into the kitchen was scripted and staged. And also, the footage of the live video in the room was staged. They had all those kids go in there and pretend, okay?
It would make totally sense now. And check this out. Make it so bad. If you had to reenact her walking back there, that could have been one of the real reasons why it took so long. Because they needed somebody to play that role, bro. Because if you look at that role, I bet you any kind of money, bro. That footage they showed us, I bet you they probably did that probably on September. That real footage gonna have to be months ago. So that means the footage that we seeing was actually a reenactment. With the time and the dates wrong on there. So that means when Miss Teresa signed that contract, you know what I'm saying? It was all a part of, yeah, come on here, go and walk back there toward the freezer. You already signed the contract. We need you. We need that camera footage. Because you going to have to explain the story how she died. You going to have to show some type of video, bro. Just say, you just can't just say Kenneka dead. Like, what happened to her? When was her last moment? You got to have some type of video image of her last moment. Right? Guess what Miss Teresa did? Uploaded old ass pictures and videos Kenneka already made. Look, who told her this?
Kenneka died 3 days before that night. The woman that died that night.
Let's go to 3 months before. June. She died in June, right? June, July, August, September. That's around about 3 to 4 months. So that means June. We don't know what actually date that she died in June, but so you're gonna have to count July 1st. July, August, September. Look, the reason why August cold is pushing this shit, cause I just told y'all, I found out this girl is related to Kiara Cole, and she related to goddammit the Martin's family. She stayed in the same neighborhood Kiara Cole grew up with. She's an actor. She got videos. I'm telling you, ain't even got to believe me, bro. It just hurt my heart that I could tell y'all, man, these folks related. Like I ain't credibility. Like I ain't credibility on this shit. Like the world just showed me they real true color when I said, hey man, these people got 48 hours to do their own research, figure it out, and you could do this on your spare time. Not one motherfucker in the chat, type in Trey Gang, look what I found, look what I found. Nobody, bro. I'm just keeping this shit 100. That just flew out of everybody out this earl and went out the other earl. You see what I'm saying? Won't you think that would be the biggest top-notch news that you ever broke? Like, damn, I remember this girl on the Kenneka Jenkins case. But this girl related to Kiara Cole and never said nothing about her people. Oh, it makes a lot of sense to me now. Look, watch this.
Is Antonia Evans, and y'all ain't even really seen her yet, unless you've been following the story. So I'm gonna break it down to you, okay? Andrew Holmes is the activist that claims that he saw the footage of Kenneka walking into the freezer and then later on went back and denied it. That's Andrew Holmes. He's the black guy. He's the one that started all this shit. There was a girl that got raped in March, okay?
Ooh, now y'all remember about the girl supposed been getting listen to this. Now this finna go back to March. Now remember when I was trying to show y'all what this looked like? Let's go back to March. Now you're finna see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep scrolling, man.
She got raped in March of 2017, but she looked exactly like Kenneka. Now you got Lenora and Teresa playing the mom and the sister. That is not her mom, and that is not her motherfucking sister, okay? She's not neither of them. The sister is actually related to the girl that was raped in March that looks like Kenneka, but that's not her. So I'm gonna tell you what they did. They hid Brianna in Indiana and paid Kenneka to play two people. They played Kenneka to play Brianna because she looked so much like her, and they also paid her to play a girl that died in the freezer, but she was never supposed to die.
So basically, what happened was, if you really look what she basically saying, if you really read between the lines, I'm catching like, damn, if Kenneka died months ago, somebody probably died that night that wasn't supposed to die. Even Miss Teresa said, I didn't mean for nobody else's daughter to get hurt. So that means the girl that was playing Kenneka in the freezer, the girl must have to look like Kenneka too that died that night, and she just played two people for one. So that means, just say like, do y'all know all those Kenneka look like they were bringing up? They were actually real Kenneka family members. Man, you can have Kenneka, you can have, just say, you can have Kenneka playing her cousin on the footage. You wouldn't even know the difference. The body the same, the height the same, the style the same, everything the same. So it would make sense that Kenneka died and months ago, and they already had a narrative of how she died, but the narrative had to change to the freezer because somebody actually died in the freezer. Somebody actually died in the hospital in Mitchell Reservoir. So that means somebody died at the hospital there. I don't know, y'all. I just want y'all to wake up with me, gang. Wake up with me. So look, let's go back to March. Everything what she finna say in March, I'm finna play dude video, bro. That's May. Here go March. So what's supposed to be going down in March again? And all this evolving around the family. Don't y'all know? Look, don't you know this Miss Teresa brother child? She is not the biological mother of Kenneka Jenkins. I found that out. Miss Teresa is a guardian. She set Kenneka daddy up. He left her a bunch of money when she turned 18. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? When she turned 18 and all this, that's when she gonna be entitled to the money. And this thing, you know, look what happened to her. So once you find out that all those people that were dying with no big murder, just about, man, the people that got murdered on the block, they people the one that committed the murder. No wonder why the police like, we don't have no suspects and all these cold cases and all of this. That's why Irene said, yeah, we've been planning this months ago. Now look, something was going on between March, May, June, July, August, all the way up to September, bro. But you want to know what? I'm going to go back to her page. Everything what she finna tell y'all about these girls and all of this, I know this dude on YouTube, and he going to tell you the exact same story, but he going to give you who it was. Watch this, y'all.
Other girl that died is Antonia Evans. So listen to me, because this is confusing. There's three girls. Three. There's Antonia Evans, there's Kenneka, and there's Brianna. Brianna's
Not Brianna, but Eugenia Walker. Keep that in mind. Eugenia Walker, Antonia Vet Evans, and you got goddamn Kenneka Jenkins. That's three. Check this out.
still alive. That's the girl that was originally raped. That was in on it too. She got paid to allow them to use her picture to pretend that was Kenneka. So on Dr. Oz.
So that's the other cousin. So check this out. So that's what it was. So like, if you look at this picture right here, is this Kenneka? Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause once you start looking at, hold on, matter of fact, she'll be on her. Hold on. I'm finna show y'all who picture I think she will be using. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. I'm gonna be all day trying to find that junk, gang. I'ma hold up. I'ma just play. Hold up.
And on the news and all that shit, that was Brianna's picture. That wasn't Kenneka. But they paid Kenneka to play both parts because they were gonna get money off of Antonia Evans' organs. So both of those girls were put on Front Street. The only person that was not supposed to be known about was Antonia Evans. Now I'm gonna tell you who Antonia Evans is. Antonia Evans is the woman in the freezer and the woman in the casket. That is a 48-year-old woman that went missing the same time as Kenneka. Her mother is 65 years old and has been looking for her for months.
See that? Looking for her for some months. So now look. Y'all remember when what's his name again? Forgot his name. He sent me some pictures, said that's Kenneka real mama. Her real mama was on drugs. She was a crackhead. And she ended up getting killed. So the mama ended up getting killed. The brother ended up getting killed. That left Miss Teresa with the kids in her custody. So she gonna raise them up as her own. But Miss Teresa also got kids. And nobody never saw her kids. You see what I'm saying? She got them tatted on her chest. She got a child named Siobhan Jenkins and Kenesha Jenkins. Man, this lady probably got 2 kids that we don't even know nothing about, and they could be deceased. I'm just saying. Tell Miss Teresa, look at those tattoos on her body. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. I see that on the obituary. They said Kenneka had 2 sisters. Siobhan and Kenesha Jenkins, and she got a brother named Kenny Martin. And they all in the same age group. Now look.
To her daughter every day, all of a sudden she disappears. So let me tell you what they did. They tricked Kenneka and told Kenneka they were gonna kill Antonia at the hotel. She was supposed to get a lump sum of money for the organs. So the real Kenneka thought she was about to get paid off, but they ended up killing her ass off too, because she was young and her body was more valuable. So basically, yeah, Kenneka was at the hotel, but not on the 9th. She was there on the 6th. She got drunk. She got there early in the daytime. She got drunk. Her friend Monifa, once she was drunk, took her to the cremation place.
Look.
And when she went to the cremation place, it was the mom, the fake sister, and the big dogs and the higher-ups. They took her ass out, bro. Bam, no more Kenneka.
And man, bro. So I'm reading between the lines. If you read between the lines, golly. Let me try to find dude video right quick.
Mutilated her body, took all of her organs, no more Kenneka. Alright? Now we need somebody to put in the casket at this funeral. That's where Antonia comes in. They killed Antonia, took Kenneka's clothes from the cremation spot, put them on Antonia, put Antonia in a casket, and buried her under Kenneka's name. That's what they did. So basically,
that make a whole lot of sense. If Kenneka was cremated and all of this old stuff, it would make sense that, oh man, that won't be her in the casket, bruh. And then look, even when you look at the casket, you can look at the casket and be like, man, you know, that's Kenneka, but it look close though. You know, she could go for it. Like, you know, we don't know though. We just got to go back and look at those casket pictures. Won't it make sense that if you, check this out, won't it make sense? You killed the girl months ago. You already got it in investigation and everything. Then, months later, right? things get heated. Now you got to come up with a funeral. It would make sense why it would be so much shit going on about a funeral, and that's not her in the casket. Because in my investigation, it made me question that years ago. And I'm like, I want to know if that's actually Kenneka in the casket. We'll never find that out unless we dig it up and become grave robbers and find out for ourselves. Cause why would Mitch Teresa would take so long, years for the headstone, if this lady sat up here and just told her that they buried another body upon the Kenneka name? Then you got Leonora standing in front of a grave with a headstone on it that's not Kenneka's. So you're gonna need a body. So that's what they did. They tricked the girl to playing Kenneka on the footage and end up killing her too. Woo! So that means they boom, 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 killed the girl, and that was the girl that was playing Kenneka on the free. Oh man, look. Man, look.
Now that people are investigating, they're about to pull up the body, and I bet money they didn't expect for this to get this big, bro. They didn't expect that. They about to exhume the body and watch. It's another woman in there. It's not gonna be no 19-year-old girl. The 19-year-old girl is fully cremated. She's gone. There's nothing left. She's already been ran through crematory, okay? She's gone. But Teresa's the killer. The mom is the killer. It was a sacrifice,
and that's what King Rob said. Bro, that's what I was speculating on. That's what all the evidence pointed out. Man, just look at one of those crazy plot twisted Lifetime movies. That you trying to chase the killer, you thinking it's one time, then at the end of the movie, you actually find out who the real killer is. Like, damn. You was standing next to the killer all along. Hold up.
And like a mini movie, this lady was about to be getting paid her whole life, probably get a movie deal and all of that shit. You know what I mean? As a woman, a grieving mother. Okay? So Kenneka is dead. And the woman y'all don't know about, like I said, Antonia Evans. Now, if you are still confused, let me post 3 videos. I promise you'll watch this. And the reason why you guys need to know this is because if they're doing stuff like this and getting away with it, that's not good for us. Okay? That means a lot to me. What are you trying to declare? You know? So, yeah, like I said, I'll send you the videos so you can see for yourself. We have documents, records, and proof. That lady at that funeral in that casket was a 48-year-old woman named Antonia Evans, and Kenneka Jenkins is gone, and Kenneka thought she was going to get money from Antonia, and they fucking snaked her in the end. Alright? So I'm going to send you that shit. They killing people and hiding them in the system. That's what they're doing. Okay? Peace out, y'all.
Man. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me play some old video. Trying to find my other video on my other screen. And y'all even heard them playing that foreign African music. Now y'all heard that African music? Check this out. Look. Keep all of that in mind about you hear the African music.
If you're a fan of what I'm doing, bro, I appreciate you checking in. It's all about Zach. If you want to know the real truth on who killed him, I know who killed him. He had beef with some guys. Zach had beef because he was having sex. It was sexual shit, bro. Zach went out for some sexual shit.
If you want to hear that full live, click the link in the description from people that's basically been in contact with Zach and got boots on the ground in Chirac, Planet of the Fakes, 36 hours. R.I.P. to Zach. Alright, what up, y'all? Planet of the Fakes here. In case you didn't know, your boy Lionel is back. This time going at the KJ stripper. And excuse me. That's that exotic right there. Excuse me. Yes. Give me a second. But he's going against the KJ stripper based on her Antonio Evans. Fly Height was the only one that had this.
The Jenkins case is the biggest murder cover-up in history, okay?
I don't know how this bitch done figured out everything about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Her eyebrows are too big for her goddamn face.
Kenneka Jenkins case is the biggest murder cover-up in history, okay?
I don't know how this bitch done figured out everything about the Kenneka Jenkins case, but this bitch still ain't figured out her eyebrows is too big for her goddamn face.
Click the link in the description. It's live.
Look, Gamma need a touch-up. That's why she covering up the ropes. She need a touch-up. Hey, Sakina. Hey, Vern. Beverly. Oh, my God. Is there anything that you want to talk about? I got like 30 minutes.
Besides getting cyber-stalked by Scoop Gang and Duke Murdoch and Yo Stay Woke, it's not a lot going on. You know what I mean? They throwing dirt on my name. They out there talking about Planet of the Fakes as a pedophile because I caught them in a Kenneka Jenkins get free radio promotion fraud scheme, and they've been reported. So right now,
I can hear you though.
I said right now they just throwing dirt on my name, trying to do their best to so-called expose me. So right now they're just on a mad, like, wild goose chase to get pictures of me or people that know me, so they can basically just lie on me. Yeah, it's a criminal. They actually like a criminal organization now. Now that they joined up with Scoop Gang, and Scoop Gang's putting out all this false information, trying to get information on people. But yeah, it's one of these people in an old neighborhood I used to live in. I did a video with him probably like 6 years ago, a movie for him. They knew the guy wasn't me, but they took the guy out the video, put him on Scoop Gang's page, and said, this is Planet of the Fakes. Look at him, he got herpes, he's this, he's that. Went on that man's Instagram, had a whole bunch of people on this man's Instagram talking about he's a pedophile, he's Planet of the Fakes, and all this stuff based on Scoop Gang, based on Scoop Gang, Duke Murdoch, D's Candies, and Yo Stay Woke, trying to do a fraud scheme that's still on the internet where they wanted people to call a GCI radio station in Chicago and ask for a video that they're claiming someone told them, but they made it all up. But they wanted their followers and their cult members to call a radio station asking for a video that the radio station don't have. but it wasn't about the video. It was about people calling the radio station saying Duke Murdoch. They told us y'all got an interview with Kenneka live in America. We want it. So they was trying to get free radio promotion, and that's the reason why y'all see me with the Duke Murdoch name. Because after he did the video, I guess he had a guilty conscience or something, because he knew it was, I guess, criminal. So he put it on private, right? Then he went in his group and said it got deleted for being truth. But I knew it wasn't flagged, because when you get flagged, it says this video has been removed or whatever. Yeah, it didn't say that. It just said this video is unavailable. So he always puts stuff on private once he gets a couple of negative comments. But this one, he put it on private, and he basically forged the email saying he got flagged. And the reason I knew it was a forced email is because at the top of it, it just said YouTube notification. And anybody that gets flagged knows that they can say that. It says your video has been removed, blase, blah, blase, blah. So I knew it was, he put it on private, and I knew he just forced the email. To make it worse, it was his first flag, allegedly. He sent in an appeal, he forged another email, because he never been terminated before, so he doesn't know what a termination looked like. Right. Somebody gave him a third strike email. You know, like when you get your third strike? Yeah, so somebody gave him that. He came back and did a video and said, look, I just got my appeal back, and my channel's been terminated, but how? I only got one strike. So it must have been from a severe strike, but at the bottom of the email, it reads, you can appeal this suspension. But he already lied and said that it was an appeal, so he didn't read that sentence. So he forged 2 emails. After he forged 2 emails, he hid the channel. It didn't get turned.
So check this out. That's how hot the Kenneka Jenkins case got, because everybody started turning on against each other. Everybody was down with it, but guess what? They got into it and they fell out. Now, look, I'm finna go to her. Remember that same story? That same story August Cole told y'all about Marsh, a girl supposed to be getting raped and all of this old stuff. Listen to his story, the same story. His story is been related to the same story that August Cole said. Watch this, y'all. I hope this the video. I hope this the one. Hold on.
I won't say that everything that he's saying is accurate, but because of his delivery, we all really negated everything that he said because of his delivery. Because of his cadence, we didn't give him any credence. Because of his cadence, he came off as being intimidated. He came off as being a bully.
Hold on.
Now, when you listen to the things that he says, he'll take you and walk you through certain parts. He doesn't do it directly, he does it indirectly. So I would say that I found a lot of truth through King Rob. I found a lot of truth through King Rob. And my viewpoint on this entire thing is there should have been a two-way respect.
Let me go, hold on.
Mentioning that these files were sealed and all these files were sealed. This once again should let you know. This should let you know.
Look, to make a long story short, right? So y'all can understand why I'm finna show y'all this video, where he coming from. Listen to the words that come out my mouth. Everything August Cole told y'all about March, a girl getting raped. Once you heard out his mouth, man, he finna expose August Cole. He finna expose her to the T. And then you will see where August Cole beating around the bush at. Then you're gonna be like, damn, Trey Gang Show said August Cole from the hood. No wonder why she know about everything in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Check it out, y'all. Listen to this whole narrative.
This should make your mind wonder. When you look at the footage, it should when you look at the footage, it should make your mind wonder. You should think about that. Think about what it takes to have a murder scene without the certain principles of the murder scene being respected. Just think about what it takes for just think of how the people were reacting. Think of how Teresa's reacting. Think about all the inconsistencies within this situation. We all see time skips. That's a fact. Time skips say that the footage has been edited. Now, I'm not speaking to the automatons. I'm not speaking to minions. I'm not speaking to dunderheads. I'm not speaking to anybody who's not to formulate an opinion based on their own beliefs and what they've seen. When in time have you seen the police go to a murder scene and ask for footage? Right? They don't. What happens is, let me explain this to you. What happens when there's a murder that has occurred? There's something that the police are given. It's called probable cause for search and seizure. They don't ask for footage. They don't wait for footage. They don't ask for footage. They don't wait for footage. Now, giving the police edited footage or allowing the authorities to obtain edited footage is a crime. It's a murder that has taken place. It's called aiding and abetting, first-degree murder. When you go on there and you remove the timestamps, you're aiding, you're assisting in a first-degree murder charge. This is not fun. This is not a game. I need you to think. This is not a per what they're saying in this reenactment, and what they want you to believe is that there weren't any arrests made, and there's edited footage. You believe that, you run with it, and stand around because I might need to tell you a few damn lies.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find that exact video. Is it this one? Hold on, I think it's this one. Watch this, y'all. I believe it's gonna be this one.
So
I believe this is it.
We're finna get a couple factual things straightened out.
I believe this is gonna be the one where he talking about the March, the girl getting raped in March. Check that out. I want y'all to pay attention to what August Cole said about March and listen to what he finna say.
Because I know y'all grown. Some of y'all people on here too grown to be still, having second thoughts about this. When Melanin was in that car, we all know who Melanin is, the one who helped Chosen King spread the narrative of the Antonia Evans. When she got on there to tell that story, initially she spoke about a rape that took place in 2017, in March. They were reenacting a rape that took place. So that was facts. You can look that up. That happened. And that rape was in the Lawndale area where Christiana is located.
Told you.
Well, gang them at. You know, there's no need to go discuss gang. You feel me? Gang knows what I'm talking about. I guess that everybody's entertained. Even the stories I hear that I know are blatant jackassery. We entertain that. But one thing that happened for sure is that a rape took place. On Facebook Live, they threatened her uncle, they threatened her mom, and they had to get her out of there because she was being threatened every day. Everything that came after that, Melanin said, blatant jackassery. That was to feed this narrative that everybody wants to have. Why would I reenact a murder?
That's what I said. Why would you reenact a murder? Man, you got these people walking all over the hallways, got them looking hard. You could have just kept them all in the room and just stick to the story and say, hey, only thing I just know, you could have just showed footage of her leaving the motherfucker. Well, I don't know, she left her. If she died in the pool area, you could have said she drowned. Oh, damn, she drowned. That would have been unbelievable. That would be more believable. But these people had to reenact it. What happened to her? So check this out. Once you know the story, you know the story. Why what's it called? Didn't tell you about why August Cole didn't tell you about who was all involved in the rape. Gang now. Look where it was at. And check this out. And you want to know who got the video of the raping? Guess who got the video? Guess who always gonna be around? Check this out. Listen to this, y'all.
Reenactment is the same thing as a play. It's scripted. You know what play means? A reenactment is the same thing as a play. I need you to think about that. I need y'all to think about all this, because the last time I told a person that there wasn't a Santa Claus, I got in trouble for that. So I just want y'all to open y'all mind and just think. I wouldn't want my daughter to be subjected to any ridicule. If she had already been raped, ran away, got lost, do you think that I would want her there? Why else would you think that the mom isn't so emotionally involved? She know her daughter's okay. Why else do you think that the records are sealed? Do y'all know that court cases are public? Murder cases are public. You can go in there and read murder cases that happen in your area. You can go in there and read these items were sealed to keep you spending, number one, but for the protection of her daughter. You can call her Kenneka Jenkins. I call it a key generator. Because every time y'all come on here with a different narrative, it's just like a key generator. They're going to listen to what y'all say, create the scheme that you're talking about, and generate another plausible explanation as to why and how this girl was killed. If you believe that you're going to go in a hotel room and fuck with the footage, blatant jackassery. Blatant jackassery. Nobody, these kids are not going to come. Andrew Holmes told them, if you want to clear your name, come down here and tell us what happened. Don't wait till we show up at your door. Look at the Andrew Holmes that spoke for the rape in March of 2017.
Pow! Whoa! Marge, and he on the news with it too. What a coincidence that Andrew name gonna come up and you got August Cole telling the world about, yeah, it was a rape in March. Then Trey Gang telling the world like, hey, I don't know how true this is, but it can go that way. Because once you go back to March, let's go back to March. You know what I'm saying? In June, it's May. This March right here. Now look, watch this. Here go March. Starting from right here. That's March 28th. Look how many days missing. March 19th. Damn. That's March 19th. And that's it. Totally silence. Boom.
Not the one that spoke for Kenneka Jenkins. The only thing factual about what Melanin said was that there was a rape that had taken place and they were reenacting it. So the question is, this is the question.
So basically, they was reenacting what they did to her.
Why are you reenacting a rape?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you do that?
Why just out the blue are you reenacting a rape?
That's what I
gave
said.
You that idea? You said she was murdered. Why come you not reenacting the murder? Now I'm pretty sure they've been taking stuff up off of the. They've been taking stuff up off of there, taking videos off. So I wouldn't doubt that some kind of way that gets snuffed out. But
just like he said, you go here and look. When they take shit down, they just say like, if I'm telling y'all some shit what I found out, and then when they take the shit down, what they gonna make me look like? Uncredibility. Make me look like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Make me look like I'm running out of content. Make me look like I'm desperate for clout and shit. Like I ain't just got nothing to do, just like, well, let me just wake up and just make up shit. Okay, check this out. Food for thought. What y'all think that will be going on with Kenneka in March on her Facebook page alone? Let's see. Let's count how many posts in March alone. You got 1, 2, 3, and that's it. 3 posts out of a whole month. And then look, this was on the 19th. This on the 19th. And this, whoa. what would be going on in March? What would be going on from March when you heard a story and say, why would you react it? And then every YouTuber that was at the hotel, every YouTuber was at the hotel, all said she was assaulted. That's what they all said. All of them said the same damn thing. So it might be some truth to that, bro. What you think what would be going on? Let's see.
If you think that she didn't say that this was about a rape that happened in 2017, go listen to it. Listen to the beginning of it, and when she said, don't listen to none of that shit that she says after that. None of that shit. Look at the beginning of it. Go research that. Find out who was, where they were from. Look at Andrew Holmes. Look at the variables in that case and this case.
Developing tonight, a Chicago girl missing since Sunday, who Chicago police say was sexually assaulted live on Facebook, is safe. CBS 2's Mai Martinez joins us live from 51st and Wentworth, where area central detectives are working this case. Mai.
Erica, Chicago police found the girl around 7:45 this.
Y'all know King Ron from 51st and Vernon. 51st and Vernon, that's what King Ron from. 51st and Vernon, that's right there on the south side. How far you think 13th Street from 51st to 63rd to 83rd, where Kiara Cole stay at, where the Cole family stay at? Cause did y'all know before Mr. Reese and them moved to the west side, they were all staying on the south side? Look, watch this.
This morning after being alerted by a concerned citizen. As the girl recovers, Chicago police are looking for those who assaulted her.
To me, it was pure hell.
Crisis responder Andrew Holmes is talking about a copy of a Facebook Live video which shows what appears to be the sexual assault of a 15-year-old girl by multiple young men. Dozens of people watched the attack as it happened, but Chicago police say no one reported it.
And if you seen the video and you see how disturbing it was, then you should have picked up the phone and called the Chicago Police Department.
Holmes got the video from a concerned community member and gave it to Chicago police.
So you mean to tell me he represented the family on another family member case and Miss Teresa acting like if she never met Andrew Holmes or even know him? Look, he is a crisis responder. This is what I'm telling y'all. I did my research on Andrew Holmes. When I tell you Andrew Holmes works for Innocent Restored. It's a security company. They're highly special trained in human trafficking. They do undercover surveillance footage, rescue people from human trafficking. He's a private investigator. That's what he do for a living. But according to the news, he's an activist and a freedom fighter. This is like what if you find out if Andrew Holmes told everybody he a crisis responder, right? Even though he got his license and all this. You know, that's what he do for a living, that's what he went to school for. Just as say you find out like, damn, not only that you a first responder, the CEO over human trafficking when it comes restoring reliance, you the head chief of the FBI department. Like, look, the crazy part about it, you see how he represents. Check this out. He telling everybody what it was. He said, go investigate that. Watch how many people finna go investigate this.
I did see the young lady being pulled toward the bed, and she pushed back, and she didn't want to go on the bed.
This morning, Chicago police say the girl was found safe near 13th and Independence, a short distance from where she was last seen.
Now they found the girl on 13th. Ooh, remember 13th in Christiana? Think about 13th in Independence Street. Nobody ain't listen to this shit, bruh. This shit is so crazy, bruh. I thought Kenneka stayed on 13th in Christiana. Well, Kenneka didn't stay on 13th in Christiana. I mean, y'all know that address? That 22, what's that, 22, 23 Barber Avenue, whatever, Warren Avenue, the address, that's Miss Teresa's house. Kenneka had her own apartment, bro. Kenneka had her own apartment on 13th in Christiana. She wasn't even staying with Miss Teresa, bro. Look. Listen to this. Watch this. Miss Teresa told the world. Y'all, that Andrew Holmes just popped out of nowhere, y'all. I'm just thinking he's a friend. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking he's here to get me help. That's what she said, right? And I felt for it. Till I started realizing, like, damn, you can't even trust Andrew Holmes. Now I don't even trust the mama. Now, the shit that I know now, look. Play this whole video.
Developing tonight, a Chicago girl missing since Sunday, who Chicago police say was sexually assaulted live on Facebook, is safe. CBS 2's My Martinez joins us live from 51st and Wentworth, where area central detectives are working this case. My.
Erica, Chicago police found the girl around 7:45 this morning after being alerted by a concerned citizen. As the girl recovers, Chicago police are looking for those who assaulted her.
To me, it was pure hell.
Crisis responder Andrew Holmes is talking about a copy of a Facebook Live video which shows what appears to be the sexual assault of a 15-year-old girl by multiple young men. Dozens of people watched the attack as it happened, but Chicago police say no one reported it.
And if you've seen the video and you see how disturbing it was, then you should have picked up the phone and called the Chicago Police Department.
Holmes got the video from a concerned community member and gave it to Chicago police.
So somebody sent Andrew Holmes the video of this shit, and he gave it to the police? Bro, this got to be the most insane shit. I won't even be surprised it'll be his video. And like, I'm finna get this to the police. You see what I'm saying? Then, if you know the whole story, it was a dozen people that watched the group. It was a private Facebook group. Only certain people that can watch it. And the news set up and told you it was a concerned member that gave him the video. Why would you get that video? What made Andrew Holmes make you thought of Andrew Holmes? Let me reach out to Andrew Holmes on this shit. But if I tell you, like, they've been doing this, bruh. The gangs work with these people, bro. Man, that man could have been in that group watching what they were doing to her. Look.
I did see the young lady being pulled toward the bed, and she pushed back, and she didn't want to go on the bed.
This morning, Chicago police say the girl was found safe near 13th and Independence, a short distance from where she was last seen Sunday afternoon in the 1400 block of South Avers. She was reunited with her family.
The main concern.
Guess who her family is? They just told you. Who will be the family? Now here go the crazy part.
Concern was her health and to get her to a hospital.
As the girl recovers, Chicago police are looking for her alleged attackers. Holmes has this message for them.
If you know you was in that room, don't wait until you get a knock on your door or the detectives want to talk to you. Just simply come down here. If you're a minor, come down here with your parents, talk to the detectives, clear your name.
As for the girl, he has another message.
And I want that young lady to know she's still a queen. She got a life ahead of her.
Guess what she finna tell y'all about Andrew, though? Let's go straight to Andrew. Her narrative.
Got to the police station and made the report. They removed her from the freezer. She couldn't get out. He said no, she couldn't get out.
Where are you now as far as what it is that you want to see?
Just obviously
they didn't want to have anything to do with the FBI.
Deaths or whatever, however he named it, don't to pay for it. They never once gave me their condolences. Yeah.
Some of the activists. Actually, how I got in contact with you was via Andrew Holmes. He's the one that gave me your number, and we actually talked the night prior to when the videos were released. And I know you were upset with him because what happened with that? Did he have the right to go? Because he was the first person to talk about the videotapes. Did he have that right from you to do that?
No, he did not. Okay, first of all, Andrew Holmes just popped up from nowhere. He stated to me, I asked him when he called my phone, who gave...
Told you. Andrew called her phone. She acting like she didn't never know Andrew Holmes before, never saw him. But look how many times he represent the family on the news. Look how many times he done represent the family on the news. You just saw one of them. Listen to this.
Gave you my number. Who is you? He stated that he was somebody because I'm asking for help.
Right.
So I'm figuring, he coming to help me. And he stated to me that he was from Chicago Police Department. He's a special investigator, and he's going to get me answers. So,
special investigator?
Yeah, that's what he stated to me.
He is a special investigator. If you don't know that, you'll be listening to Mitch Reese like, damn, he told you that, Mitch Reese, man, that man lying like a... That's why he look. It seemed like to me that Andrew Holmes been working with the family, and this how they'll protect the family. They'll set people up, and they will get on the news to help cover it up. So they've been doing this shit for years, bruh. This shit go all the way back to the 90s. Yeah, you remember the low soul? You remember the low soul? He was like, yeah, shorty dead. I remember that clear as day.
So you were misled?
Yes, I was misled.
Okay.
From the beginning.
So
do you have any communication with him now or no?
No.
Okay.
There's no need.
Right.
I know other activists, I know from Facebook.
So since Andrew Holmes, watch this. Andrew Holmes, Kenneka Jenkins. So explain this. How did Jedediah ended up with Andrew Holmes then?
Interested in GLP-1s for
If
weight
he
loss,
got
but
the
worried
call-
about high costs and hidden markups? GoodRx now.
First breaking news in the death of a
When did him and Jedediah click them and become a team?
young woman at a suburban hotel, what surveillance video shows. Good evening, I'm Rob Johnson.
And I'm Erica Sargent. For days, the big question, how did Kenneka Jenkins wind up in a freezer? CBS 2's Sandra Torres is live at the Rosemont Police Station tonight. Sandra. Well, Rob and Erica, a short time ago, crisis responder Andrew Holmes came here to the Rosemont Police Department. He told us he saw the surveillance video, a video that shows Kenneka walking into that freezer on her own.
Me looking at the video, she was trying to find her way back upstairs to the lobby.
So if you saw the video, you just said you just saw the video. That's why the news there. What did Jedediah watch? Because he right there on the side. Hi, y'all. Now, let me know this, gang. Do y'all think she actually died on the 9th, the 6th, or could possibly been the month before it all happened? Drop it in the comments and let me know. Until then, I'll be back. Hi, y'all, Jack. Like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned. Bye, y'all.